Taryn, if you would grab a chair, please, and a microphone. Members, item number 11 is the last item for today, item 11.
Is this on? No.
It is on.
Well, good afternoon. I will be brief.
Press the red button. Yeah. Try it and see.
Hello.
You did it.
I just want to say, Mr. Chairman, it's gratifying to me as someone who screws up this red button as much as everybody else that our new people, Larry and Taryn, aren't any better.
You mean the young, vigorous,
yeah, they're not any
talented,
better.
Yeah.
Got it. This is such a consumer hostile invention that
I had not received a briefing on this particular.
It doesn't matter. You have to be retrained every time.
I believe it's always the audiovisual's fault.
I won't go so far as saying that, but I feel it's operator error, at least on my case. But thank you for letting me come before you, and I know it's very much the end of the day, so I'll keep this very brief. I wanted to place myself before the council and officially introduce myself and get us up and rolling with the implementation committee. As you may know, my title is coordinator of the Delta Plan Implementation Committee. The committee is in the process of being developed, and that is partly why I'm here before you. Essentially, the Delta Stewardship Council is in this very unique role, going from planning to implementing the Delta Plan. And the Delta Plan itself is very unique because most of implementing it really does fall on the shoulders of other agencies with their own specific mandates. And what I'd like to do is have a step back to where our direction for the committee lies, and that is within the Delta Reform Act, Water Code Section 85204. They kindly gave us 2 lines in the law in which to establish this committee and give it some direction. So if you don't mind humoring me, I'd like to simply read this. The council shall establish and oversee a committee of agencies responsible for implementing the Delta Plan. Each agency shall coordinate its actions pursuant to the Delta Plan with the council and the other relevant agencies. So that's what we have to go off. And with that, I have been working closely with Implementation Committee Chair, Mr. Fiorini, and Executive Director, Mr. Knopp, going to meeting with representatives from these different agencies to find out more about their view on where this implementation committee can be most helpful and how we can focus and target efforts, if you will, to find some movement and progress within Delta Plan implementation and simply furthering the co-equal goals, which, of course, is the main task. That said, we still, of course, rely on the active participation of these agencies. And I believe this is a great opportunity for us. We have some room in which to be creative about our approach, about the design of this committee, about the tasks we even set before it. And with that, there is a chance for us, I'd say, to write a new chapter in what cooperative and collaborative efforts are. And that, of course, does take a little bit of time. I'm 2 months in the job, but we, as staff, have, in fact, been working on really the roles and responsibilities and the design of this committee. Over the past year, the committee has received several draft concepts of what this committee can and will be, possibly. And, of course, that is my job now to further construct that, continue to work with the implementing agencies to get a better feel for the best approach. And also, I'd like to say this is similar to the adaptive management approach. We have to take into account that there's a lot of change. The Delta is constantly changing. So is government. So is a lot of collaborative efforts. There are many ongoing efforts, by the way, in the Delta that we don't want to duplicate. So it's very important that we also work to enhance the work that's already going on and support that work. So I feel that we really have an opportunity to look more into the spirit of what it means to implement cooperatively. And I think the design of this core committee should reflect that. With that, I just want to say that there are a couple of points that I think bring all these implementing agencies together, and that's the sense of urgency surrounding the Delta. It's the reason why the Delta Stewardship Council is here today. It's why the Delta Reform Act was passed in 2009. And we have definitely, I'd like to believe, an opportunity to present a very new and necessary forum for cooperation. And I look forward to working with you all very closely on this, so I thank you for your time.
Okay. Questions? Thank you very much, Ms. Robzini.
Thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience who wants to speak to us on matters not on the agenda? Okay, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, right here in this room. Everyone will be alert. I'm going to bring you some candy from Kobasic Candy down the street.
Phil, we open tomorrow with an executive session.
Yeah, we open with an executive session that will last about an hour and a half. So if you want to hang around, you can sleep on the chairs while we're in executive session, or you can show up roughly about 10:30.